Hello YouTube, Randy's DIY back for some more money saving tips for you. This is a Roborock S7 MAX-V Ultra base station. This thing has the dirty water, it has the clean water, and it has the bag. It has the mop washer, and this little guy right here is the filter assembly. It's got a little float back here on the back. And you're supposed to clean that every so often. A lot of people don't, but you need to. So what mine has been doing is it'll go out and mop. When it comes back to wash, it doesn't suck the dirty water out of this reservoir through the filter up into the dirty water tank. So the water is just accumulating down here. When it gets up to about to where that lever is for the cleaning brush, it'll finally throw an error 44 and telling you that the lid on the dirty water tank is either not closed or you have something stopped up in your filter down here. And neither one of those are my case, and I think it's the case. I think it's the same case for everybody that's having this problem, unless they don't maintain their unit. So we're gonna take this thing apart and show you guys how to fix it, how to fix the error 44. Alright, I'll be right back with you. I'm going to turn this thing around where we can pull it apart. Okay, so here I've got it on my bench, and we're facing the back of it. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here to the model number, EWFD02LRR. And this is the empty wash fill dock for Roborock. This one is the S7 MAX-V Ultra, I believe is what it is. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is I'm going to start off with showing you where the screws are. One here, one here, one here. Let me zoom out. One here, one here, one here, here, and here. And then one right up here in the middle. So, I'm going to go ahead and take those out, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, we've got all the screws removed, and this thing just slides straight off backwards. And boy, doesn't that look scary? Not really. So this main board in this thing is extremely small. So, you know, there's not a lot here, really. This is the motor that runs the brush back and forth. It's got a little gearbox in here that gear drives the brush to clean the mop. It has a freshwater pump. Let's see, where's that at? So the freshwater pump, freshwater hose is right here. Goes down, hits this pump. So this pump is pumping fresh water coming out, goes this way, goes down around to this little diverter valve, and it can either divert it to here to go down and wash the brush, or it can divert it here, and I don't know where it goes. I don't know where that goes. It goes in here and I can't get to it, so I don't know. But that's not the problem. The problem is right there. That's the dirty water pump. So the dirty water right here, you can't see that, but this is the hose that connects to the dirty water bucket on top, and it goes right around here. Golly, it's hard for me so you can see that one right there. Let me give me a screwdriver. This rear hose right there. So that goes, this hose comes out of this is a vacuum pump, not a water pump. So it creates a vacuum on this dirty water canister. And when it creates a vacuum here and it's sealed, that vacuum then is transferred to here, and it pulls all the dirty water from your filter tray. So this guy right here is what's not working. And I'm going to lay the phone down as soon as I show you where these screws are. You got one here, one here, one here, one here. So 4 around this main pump body, and then 2 over here on the water pump. So I'm gonna pause this for just a second and remove that little cover that holding the pumps on, and then we'll come back to you. All right, guys, I'm back, and I got all 6 of the screws out. I pulled these wires out of this little pocket right here. It's best if you just get one bundle at a time, work them out of there. Pull this hose out. Sorry about that, did you not see that? Okay, so the wires come out of this little slot, and this hose comes out of that slot, and this one is kind of weird. You got to pull it forward just a little and slide it over to the left, and then the hose will come out. See that? All right, so now we are ready to, oh, I got one screw I missed. I think I told you guys wrong. There was 3 on this pump motor. So we're gonna take that sucker out. And now we're gonna pull this cover off of these motors, lay it to the side, and you can see more about what we got. Here's the water pump, and then this is the vacuum pump. Kind of neat. They put sound silencing rubber around it, little vibration dampers, I guess. So this this plug goes to the second connector right here. So you're just gonna pinch the back of this and pull it off, and it pretty much falls out. Now you got the two rubber hoses on the bottom, and you'll need to take a Sharpie and well, you don't. I'm just going to tell you where it goes. The center one is a short one. It's only about 2 inches long. You can see that it's already come out of that hole right there. And then the other one goes up to the water box. So the one on the outside edge is the long hose. The one in the center goes straight down through that hole. I'm going to go ahead and pull those apart, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, hopefully you're in the shot here. But this is the pump. This is the long hose. This is the long hose that's going to go up to the water box at the top, the dirty water box. This is the hose that's going to feed back down through that hole. And then these little boots, you can slide them right off. So what I did to test this, and I've already done it, so I'm not going to do it again because I don't have enough hands, but I basically just took a 12 volt, I got a little regulated power supply, DC 12 volt regulated power supply, and I put ground over here on the black side on this little solder joint, and I put red on this solder joint, so 12 volts across the motor. As you can see, this is a DC 12 volt pump, and it would not run. So first thought, bad motor. Well, I'm not one to just agree that it's a bad motor, so what I did, pop these little clips off from the pump side, hose side. You got a little tab there, and you can just put your screwdriver there and pop it right out, and they come loose. And then these two halves of this pump will come apart. So this side of the pump is just a motor with an offset pin on it. And this side of the pump is something else. 4 little plungers. And as that motor rotates, it goes off-centered, it creates a pumping action. And this thing had become stuck. It was a little too tight for the motor to overcome. So what I did is I just took it apart. After I got this apart, I put 12 volts on it, the motor started running. And I said, So I moved this around a little bit and freed it up. Put the pin back in the middle of in the hole there. Snap it together. Take your 4 wire clips and put them back on. You hook it in the bottom first, and then you just slide it over the top. I do opposite sides and then come back to the others. So hook the short one in the bottom, hook the S-shaped one in the top, slide it over. Short one in the bottom, S-shaped one in the top, slide it over. Short one in the bottom, this shape when I top slide it over. Now our pump is back together. And I'm going to pause you just for a minute so I can get my 12 volts hooked up and I'll show you the pump works. Alright, got my 12 volts hooked up. I got ground on this side, positive on this side. And let's get this thing spun around. So this is ground and positive. So there's ground. And there's positive. And the circuit's working like a champ. You can hear it running. So I should be able to put this back in here and it start pumping again. Now, my thought is that this motor has probably gotten weak over time. So I have found a replacement for this on Amazon for like 35 bucks. Now you can order them from China for, I don't know, $12, $13, but then you have to wait 2 weeks and pay $40 shipping. So Amazon it is. The part number for the pump is CJV P28-AB. I think that's all that's required for the pump. Just make sure that you have a 12 volt. There is a 20 volt pump that looks identical to it. Everything's the same except it says DC 20V. I went ahead and ordered one. I'm going to go ahead and put this one back in. If it works forever, fine. I'll have one on the shelf. And I will put that link to that in the to Amazon in the description. I'm not an Amazon affiliate, so I don't get anything from it. Don't get anything from these videos except likes and comments and that sort of thing. So I appreciate you watching. I'm going to get this thing put back together for you now, and I'm going to go test it out. That's something you probably won't be able to see because the vacuum will have to run around and clean for a while before it empties its water bin. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'm going to reassemble in the reverse manner that I took it apart. Okay, ladies and gents, I have the pump put back in, and remember the connector goes right here. It should be the only empty one that you have. And down here, this one, the one in the back or the outside edge, goes up to the tank. The short one goes straight through this hole right here. And if you get this tube on backwards, it won't go through the hole because it's been stretched out going on the pump. Just thought I'd share that with you before I get the rest of it put back together. All right, go back over these screws again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 hidden down there behind that tube. This tube, slide it to the left where it gets small, slide it back through there, and then push it back to lock it. This tube goes in front and right on top, clip it in. All these wires, a couple at a time, are going to go through that little slot. Oh, I don't know if I was showing you that or not, but anyway, you ought to be able to figure out how to get a wire through a slot without a video. It helps to remind you, I guess. Alright, so all those wires are now in their little slot to hold them there. We got her plugged up here. We got all of our hoses hooked up. Make sure nothing is loose. That's that big hose. That could be your problem. So the first thing you would do is you would look to make sure this is on and sealed, and this one is on and sealed. That one back in there that hooks to the little port, make sure it's on and sealed. If it's not, none of this vacuum is going to occur. This hose comes around, goes to the outside port under there on the vacuum pump, and then this side doesn't matter, the one in the middle. It does matter because water might come in there and needs to drip back down in the water tray. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to stop the video now because we're at almost 15 minutes and put the back on, carry it in my living room, and see if it works. Thanks. Have a great day, and I may let it come and dump its water and see what happens. I'll video that for you. All right, here's the test.
starting to wash them off.
There's the pump running. And there's the pump running. It should be good to go. That's the pump. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped you.